The geocentric, heliocentric, concave, and flat Earth models provide very different explanations for the universe. In summary, the geocentric model comes the closest to explaining the evidence that is observed in reality. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. All theories assume that the universe has a center.
There is no definitive proof for how the universe was created in any of these models. There's just a lot of speculation.
The Earth's known distances can only fit a three-dimensional sphere. They physically do not fit a two-dimensional flat Earth map. There is plenty of evidence that the Earth is not rotating on its axis and is stationary. The flat horizon and the lack of any observed curvature on the Earth's surface is a conundrum. Only the flat Earth provides a simple explanation for this. Key aspects of how the sun and sunlight are seen from the Earth indicates that the Earth is a globe. Now we analyze how the different theories of the universe explain solar eclipses. In the geocentric model, the Sun and Moon orbit in the same direction, to the west, around a stationary Earth. One more time. The Sun overtakes the Moon during the orbit to produce an eclipse in the opposite direction. The Moon acts as a pivot, amplifying the speed of the eclipse. In the heliocentric model, the Sun is so far away that it's more accurate not to show it in the animation. According to the heliocentric model, in 2017, the slow-moving Moon caused the eclipse by orbiting to the east, in between the stationary Sun and rotating Earth. In summary, key problems are that the eclipse's ground speed for the start and end of the eclipse and the duration of the eclipse's totality, predicted by the heliocentric model, do not match what is actually seen in reality. Solar eclipses prove that the Earth is not flat. The Sun and Moon travel in regular orbits around the Earth. Therefore, in the flat Earth model, it is impossible for there to be both a full moon as well as a new moon or solar eclipse, as the Moon cannot be in an orbit that is both above and below the Sun. Also, you cannot see the full Moon from the Earth as the Sun is in the way. In addition, different parts of the flat Earth will see different moon phases at the same time, which is crazy and wrong. In the concave Earth model, the Sun, Moon, planets and stars are at the center. The Moon orbits between the Sun and the Earth.
There are numerous problems with this model. Solar eclipses would be a lot more frequent in this model than experienced in reality. Firstly, when the Sun and Moon are in the same hemisphere, then there would be a solar eclipse. This doesn't happen. Secondly, it's impossible to see a full moon from the Earth.
In addition, different parts of the Earth will see different moon phases at the same time.
Lastly, a lunar eclipse is physically impossible, as the Earth is never between the Sun and Moon.
In summary, solar eclipses can only be explained by the geocentric models. The Earth must be a globe to see all the Moon's different phases correctly. The Earth cannot be flat, nor concave. Analysis of sunlight indicates that the Sun has a relatively close proximity to the Earth. In the heliocentric model, the Sun is supposed to be an extremely long distance away.
And the Earth supposedly orbits the Sun at about 1/3 of the speed of light. Whereas, in the geocentric model, the Sun and Moon need to be relatively close to the Earth if they are to orbit at a reasonable speed.
First, it's worth noting that all theories can explain the planetary movements seen in the sky, although the forces that drive planets' orbits is still debated. In relation to planetary orbits, the geocentric, flat Earth and concave models provide relatively clear and straightforward theories. In contrast, the heliocentric model is extremely complex. It requires convoluted explanations that rely on speculative assumptions. For example, the heliocentric model includes the Earth tilting, wobbling every 26,000 years, and the Earth's solar system moving like a corkscrew in space, as well as the Earth having a constantly changing elliptical orbit while remaining stable relative to the other planets that are in the same elliptical plane. To help explain all this, Newton's theory of gravity and Einstein's theory of special relativity are needed. In summary, At first glance, no theory can adequately explain all the evidence. However, once you eliminate the heliocentric, flat Earth and concave models as impossible, then only the geocentric model remains. So, logically, must be the truth. The evidence of the flat horizon is questionable. Just because the horizon looks flat, that doesn't mean that it is flat, as light easily bends, refracts, and reflects. Also, perspective is very tricky. It is possible that a flat horizon can be seen on a globe, although the physics is not proven. In conclusion, the geocentric model comes the closest to explaining the evidence observed. There is other evidence to consider, but these are relatively less conclusive and open to debate. We live in a geocentric universe. Thanks for listening.